I'm going to be talking about depression, especially chronic depression. Depression is one type of mental illness. Depression is when a person feels intensely sad or helpless or worthless for many days or weeks. It makes it hard for them to function normally and to get through just a regular day. We all feel sad or down some of the time, especially if something bad happens to us. But clinical depression is when you feel extremely sad for a long period of time. My oldest sister's husband has clinical depression, and my middle sister has chronic clinical depression. Other family members and friends that I have experienced depression, but more like mild depression that hasn't lasted so long. My middle sister was first diagnosed with depression about 30 years ago. She may have had depression before that, but it didn't really become a problem that we knew about until after she went through a divorce. Her depression has increased and decreased over the years, but it never goes completely away. When somebody has depression for a long period of time, it's called chronic depression. And over the years, she's worked with therapists for talk therapy and counseling, and she also works with doctors who help her find medications that help with her depression. It's so hard to deal with the feeling that there has to be a cure for her depression, and things will get better, and then she'll kind of have some setbacks with her depression. She has been in the hospital several times over the years when medications and talk therapy weren't enough, and she either felt like she needed more support or family members felt she needed more support. I worry about her a lot, all the time, and wish I lived closer so I could help her more. But it's a relief to me that she does have friends and family in her area that have been very supportive and can offer some daily support. I hope that more and more people learn about depression and learn that it's an illness. It's a real illness. It can be treated. Even though my sister continues to live with depression, and it's been with her for such a long time, her therapies have helped her. Medication has helped her. So it's really important to seek help if you're experiencing stress that you can't handle, or even if you just need somebody to help you handle it. Some people have more extreme forms of depression, and others have more mild forms that don't last that long, but it's still good to seek out help. No matter what, hiding our feelings doesn't help depression go away. So you really need to find people that you can get support from. There are resources that can give us support while we're sad and dealing with stress, and I know that Mrs. Schmidt will be sharing local resources with you in class. There's a lot of local resources in our community. I think it's also important to do things that help each of you deal with stress when it comes up. Things like getting enough exercise, getting enough sleep. Those are all really important things in helping us deal with stress and helping us with moods that we have. I think it's really important always to pay attention to the people around us. Be a good listener when somebody needs to talk, and check in with them a couple times if it seems like they're going through a tough time. For my sister, support of her family and her friends, as well as help from her doctors and therapists, have been essential to help her continue to work through her depression. The more we talk about this and educate ourselves about mental illnesses like depression, the more likely people will share with others the problems they're going through. They'll feel more comfortable seeking the treatment they desperately need.